Hi guys, this is Rapid Ralph here in the mountains of western North Carolina, about 10 or 15 miles sort of northeast of Asheville, between Barnardsville and Weaverville, North Carolina. And I'm getting ready to take you on a ride here with the Lieutenant Colonel, shocking all on four-wheel drive, and Jill, the GPS unit, taking you for a ride over Morgan Branch Road. Morgan Branch runs primarily between Sugar Creek Road and Highway 197. And it's one of the few dirt roads left in western North Carolina. But it's way back up here in the mountains and it's a nice little drive. I've gone to some trouble to smooth the footage out a little bit so you won't get car sick riding. And we're on the way. I've come over this road several times in the winter when there was snow on it, or after a heavy rain when it was muddy and you slid all over the place. Today's a nice calm drive compared to those. And this is the first time I've filmed it, but it's a beautiful road. Some lush vegetation on both sides. You know, this area here in western North Carolina has the second highest annual rainfall anywhere in the continental United States. The only other place being the Olympia Peninsula in Washington State that has more rainfall than we do. So we have lots of greenery, especially in a period of pretty heavier than normal rain like we've had for the last month or so. Morgan Branch Road goes up and over a pretty good sized hill and then down towards Highway 197. The entire road's only about 2 miles long and we'll be traveling about 95% of it. We'll crest the hill here and head down. It's pretty steep grade, but the Lieutenant Colonel, he can handle it. I've got four-wheel drive on. It seems to be a little easier driving on gravel with four-wheel drive because otherwise it's bumpy and you tend to slide around a little bit more than you do with the four-wheel drive. Down at the bottom of the hill, well, right here, as a matter of fact, we hit no, I'm sorry, not quite yet, but down at the bottom of the hill here, the pavement comes back, and that part of Morgan Branch Road is actually paved. As I started to tell you, we're doing about 95-96% of the road. There's a little spur across Highway 197 that we won't be going on, but that's all right. We're getting to see the pretty part. The rest of it's paved, so that's not quite as exciting. When I was growing up, back in the 50s or so, most roads in western North Carolina outside of the city of Asheville were like this. That lies, here's the pavement. Just dirt roads, and the state highway people had motor graders that would come along 4 or 5 times a year maybe and smooth the road out, but the rest of the time the rain would turn it into what we called washboard, which is really rough. And we went over a little bit of that in our trip this afternoon. As you can see, it's pretty nice up in here, and I get to drive all over western North Carolina in the course of the business I do with one of the companies I own. And I'm getting paid for doing this. Going out and enjoying the great scenery and photographing it occasionally for all you folks that watch it on YouTube and Google Plus and Facebook and the other places, it appears, where Morgan Road joins Morgan Branch Road. But even though we're going through a stop sign and turn, and we're still on Morgan Branch Road here.